but we got a special guest in the building. Gang. We got Tammy in here. All right, so y'all, I'm going to play the track she about to work on. We about to just start working, for real.
She did try to call me. Is everything all right?
Yeah. We got Reese in the building.
Reese! What's up,
Yeah.
New thing, new thing, new thing, new thing.
That's so cold.
Yo. This is stupid.
Yo, that's so cold, man.
Can't look at my heart.
She wrote this off Voicey, yo. That's what's crazy.
Yes.
She wrote
Words
this off
came
Voicey.
right to me as soon as I heard it.
Hey, we in here.
New thing, new thing, new thing, new thing.
Sing it exactly like that again.
New thing, new thing, new thing, new thing.
Sing.
First of all, don't try to psych my mind and hype me up to sing at the same time. That's how you know he playing.
No, you're doing an amazing job, for real.
Thanks.
And I commend you because you pressing through. Imani asking questions that stressed out people ask.
Stressed out and sleepy people.
You said don't sing that. That ain't what we told you don't sing.
Oh,
Oh.
all these daggone new
It's
things.
new thing.
Bring that old thing back.
It's new thing.
I'm glad I get to see this because this is the real, honey.
Now it was good for me that I was afflicted. Hit me hard and I kept on ticking. They dug ditches, but I didn't go under. I'm back bigger, better than before. I couldn't.
That mug can sing, y'all.
Good God. Oh, my
Jess.
goodness.
Jess.
Oh, Jesus.
We ain't never heard this before, y'all. So that's number one.
Me that I was afflicted. Hit me hard and I kept on ticking. They dug ditches.
That was beautiful. The exact same way.
I'm back bigger, better than before. I couldn't understand what they had against me. I was supposed to keep going. My bad.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. You're good.
Understand what they had against me, but the Lord made it work for me. That was different.
But that was good.
It
different.
was.
That was good. Different. Yes, sir. One more time.
Got this.
It's the way she going with it is
I can't
crazy.
do that.
I can't even describe it. I've never heard.
It's like a pulse.
Let me tell you something though, y'all.
Like, I don't.
The thing about Tammy that is so crazy is there's no other. I've never heard Tammy's voice before. You know how some people can sing, but
Absolutely.
yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
The Lord made it work for me. They meant it for my bad, but He turned around and made it good. He's doing the new thing.
That's it.
Guys, we can't make this up, guys.
Y'all
Y'all here
heard
in the
it.
studio with
Y'all
us.
heard it.
Y'all sitting right in here with us. We can't make this up.
Praise be unto our
Y'all, we
God.
having fun though. Tammy is insane.
I am having fun with you guys.
This is crazy.
He's doing the yeah. He's doing the he's doing the yeah. He's doing the new thing. I'm so glad that he's doing the a new thing.
Can y'all hear? Let us know if y'all can hear. Let us know if you can hear it. Hear it, hear it. Brittany Monshea is in the building. What's up, Brittany?
Let's go. Hey, girl.
Let me turn the captions off. Should I close the door, baby, or it's cool?
Yeah. You can go ahead.
All right, 1 second, guys. I'm going to go close the door. Hold on.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? Brittany. We love you, girl.
Yes, we love you. Hey,
Brittany,
baby.
can you hear us?
I hope so.
How y'all feeling tonight? Well, he's not feeling the best.
Yeah, I'm not. I ain't know you was gonna do me like that, babe.
Yes, he's not feeling the best. So we're not gonna be up here long.
Dang.
Yeah, because I don't like it.
Well, she told me, guys, I don't feel well, but I do have something that I want to talk about, though.
Okay, well, you can talk about it briefly.
Okay.
We love you too, girl. Okay, great, wonderful.
Okay, so I'm
Imani.
Imani, what up?
We love you.
Since we don't have long, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. I'm gonna get in the mic close because this is something that kind of hit me, and I want to talk. It's a weird day. I don't feel well, but so this is I got like a lot of emotions, but I don't know how I feel. But I want to talk about this though. So yesterday, I'll say that yesterday, I was talking to somebody about working with artists, and they made the statement to me, yeah, man, I'm kind of like how you used to be. Shiy, you heard it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of like how you used to be. I'll work with anybody if the money's right. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard that, it threw me for a loop because I know me. So because I know me and I know how I do business, for that person to feel like that's who I am, that means that somebody told him that's who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't upset about it, but it threw me for a loop because it's not true. But the reason why
Imani ready to fight.
No, it actually wasn't meant to be a slick comment. It was actually meant to be a thing of like, yo, man, I'm going to start working more with people if they bread right. And it came off as if I have a reputation of working with anybody who will pay me.
I don't like that.
Did you feel that vibe too?
I mean, yeah.
What did you get from the statement?
I got from the statement that they didn't know you and didn't know your process and heard things from people who didn't know you and didn't know your process. So at the end of the day, like I can't even fault them for making that statement, because that to me, actually, I turned it into a positive. That meant, okay, at least we know that my family is not going to go lacking. And at least we know that I'm not just going to, do anything for a small piece of change. When in reality, that wasn't the case. What was going on was, you did what you felt was necessary for you and what you wanted to do, what you liked to do.
And that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
I wanted to make the statement and then get my wife's feedback to have the conversation. Mm-hmm. That person I consider a great guy, a great friend. I'm not offended by what he said. I'm not upset about what he said, but
You're just thrown off.
It made me think. It made me think this. people discuss other people's way of doing business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I'm a producer and I charge $200 a song, and I hear about a producer that charges $1,000 per song, that is none of my business.
Yeah. That's true.
If I work by myself and somebody else work with 5 other musicians, that is not my business. And when I say that is not my business, that is literally not my business. Burger King is a business. McDonald's is a business. Whoppers are literally not McDonald's business. Big Macs are literally not Burger King's business.
This is true.
If it offends you how much I charge, you have to look at why it offends you.
Can I butt in?
Yes.
It might not offend them. Honestly, it might not offend them. It might just intimidate them. And it might be a situation where, sometimes people don't mean any harm. Like, making a statement like that, some people are very, like, small-minded sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't realize the impact that their statements can make. So to make a statement saying, oh, he'll do anything for anybody as long as the bread is right, that can mean a plethora of things. That can mean he don't have standards. He don't have, he don't have a bar that's set for him as far as, what and he will and will not accept as far as clientele is concerned.
Yeah.
And the flip side of that can just mean, I wish I was getting as many clients as he was. And I don't like the way that I do business, but he getting business. So, the best way that I can feed my ego is to talk about him.
Yeah, and that was the energy that I got from that statement was people, like Imani said, I talked about it before, people talking about stuff they don't necessarily know. Like, a producer's preference because a producer's preference of recording style, software, how much they charge, it's literally based on what they feel they're worth, what they feel they can bring to the table. And ultimately, it's not another producer's opinion about that doesn't change anything if an artist is willing to pay that amount of money, right, or work with that artist. Like, even under the people they choose. Exactly, Imani. Right. So that's what I want to. So that's what I want to address. You have to look at a person's abilities, resources, and aspirations, and understand that if they are on their way to building a steakhouse and you have a hot dog stand. If you are serving hot dogs, your price is going to be way cheaper than me serving steaks.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So for you to say, man, they charge too much at that restaurant. For real, they charge way too much, man. Well, no. For the client who wants the steak, it's not too much.
Right.
If you have a hot dog stand and you have clientele that loves hot dogs, make the best hot dog you can. Now, if you're upset because you're incapable of building a steak restaurant, but you wish you had steak money, that is when you need to look within and find partnerships, resources, or practice your craft to get to another place to attract another level of clientele. But bickering is not the way to do it, or having conversations with peers about something you don't know. That is out of pocket, man. We are all put on this earth to do a certain thing. We all have giftings. We all have abilities. Most of us are entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
$100 haircut is $100 haircut. The $5 and a $10 man coming together to gossip about the barber who is charging and getting $100. The $5 and $10 man are actually having the wrong conversation.
Exactly.
If you're content with the $5 and $10 thing, that's cool. Talking about the $100 barber shouldn't even be something you have time for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm sure the $100 barber is not talking to his boys about the $5 and $10 barbers. And it's sad because it is a reflection of how people feel about themselves. I've said that before and I'll say it again. Like when you talking about somebody else's business, you're not content with your own, man.
Mm-hmm.
When you have time to converse about somebody else's way of doing things, you are not spending time sharpening your own craft.
Yo. Brittany just posted about that today.
For real.
Yes, her video. I shared her video.
You not sharp. Like, I can't, babe, that's like me and you having a conversation with our good friends Martha and Gordon about Erica and Warren. And let me tell y'all something. Just because you know how they grew up, or just because you contributed to their upbringing or come up, doesn't make it right for you to have opinions and to spread false narratives about how they do things when you don't know them today.
Ooh-wee.
You knew the 16-year-old on the road playing with Doc. You don't know the 28-year-old who has a family, who has aspirations way beyond the last place you spent a lot of time with me. And wherever you are right now is where you are. And if you hear that I'm no longer there, that is not grounds for you to have a conversation about it, because it's none of your business.
None of
Literally,
your business.
I have a business. You have a business. It is literally none of your business. I have prices. I provide a service for a certain amount of money. That is literally my business. You provide a service and you have prices. To be like, man, don't go work with him, man, because he charged too much. That sound. Hey, Mary. That sounds like a bitter hater.
Ooh.
That sounds like a bitter hater who either is frustrated because they wish they were making more money, or annoyed that people will pay it to you. It sounds like a bitter hater, man. And I'm saying this because that statement hit hard. And it hit hard because I'm like, people discuss, Leisha, what's up? I'm like, people discuss other people's business and spread false narratives based on what they think they know. I have a lot of associates, acquaintance, friends, and family that do music. They all charge different prices, man. You have to respect their level of expertise, their place in life, and what they have to offer, and they price is they price. Let the market tell them that their prices is too high by them not getting clients. If they getting clients that will pay what they charge, the market says they don't charge too much. Exactly. There's just something going on with you that makes you envy that they getting it.
Exactly right.
And if you're stuck in a mindset where that price is too high for you, you might need to go outside of your region or your circle. Like, search the internet. Like, if I give you an example, I give you real numbers that I've experienced. If you charge $300 a track and I charge $1,000 a track, and you tell people that that's too much, and then you go see how much Timbaland charges, and he charges $250,000 a track, both of us actually don't charge enough. Because there's a whole lot of more thousands between my 1,000 and Timbaland's 250. So even if we ain't on Timbaland level, how can we get to 10,000? How can we get to 15,000? When you start looking at producers and you start going to seminars and you start going to marketing events outside of the Chitlin Circuit music community you in, you realize you charging bottom feeding prices. Mad at a person who charging slightly higher bottom feeding prices when somebody else eating. Like, my wife told me to have a standard for myself and what I offer. And if the client can't afford it, that's actually not the client you want.
Exactly right.
And if you believe in somebody enough to invest in them, you don't charge them at all. You either charge what you charge and don't budge, or sow into somebody and don't charge.
That's good. That's good.
That's what you do. Like, and it bothers me that in the music community, people are worried about other people's business instead of building. It bothers me, like, build your brand, build your network, build your clientele, chart. Some people can't fathom making real investments. Exactly. Right. And then Brittany, and then what happens is, because they don't have the courage to step out on faith to do so, somebody else doing so reminds them of the courage they don't have, and it becomes frustrating.
Mm-hmm. Someone will pay.
They will, Mary. Mm-hmm. They will, yo. And it's like I'm looking at my life, and I'm saying to myself, man, yo, there's we got a long way to go. Mm-hmm. Y'all, Brittany, you know this because you in business. There's people with no names who out here eating, man. And like where I'm from, I can only talk about where I'm from because it's where I'm from. Like, you got a nab, man. And you gossiping about me having, I don't got a nab. I might have a nice Angus burger with a good fluffy bun, and you got a cheese cracker. I'm not that much sweeter than you. No. If you look at the whole spectrum of what people out here eating.
Exactly. That girl said fig.
Listen, so it's like, and then it's like, it's like, it bothers me because I don't hear stuff like that often because I'm so to myself. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I literally don't talk about nothing that doesn't concern me. An opinion that I have about a song that's not mine is because it was emailed to me for my feedback. An opinion about a musician and the style that they play or how they play only concerns me if I hire them and we're doing a record. What somebody charges only affects me if I have to pay them to get something done. Now, I've been in situations where I've needed to hire somebody to do something that I couldn't afford. It didn't make me go tell somebody else that their prices was too high. I respect the price and I just can't pay it. So I just got to do something else on this one until I can pay it. Yeah. So many people sell themselves short out. Yes. Listen, Mary, what happens is they sell themselves short and they lock their minds in the short selling, and then to appease their level of fear and comfort, they try to project on the rest of the market that's how everybody else should do business. No, you scared to charge more. You scared to learn how to produce other stuff. You scared to, like Mary says, step out on faith and invest in what it takes to have a dope club for real. The rest, don't put that on the rest of the world. So when a little 28-year-old kid come out here straight out of business school and come over here and build a club that's going crazy, and he using influences and wisdom and social media to build a venue you've never seen before in the city, don't go talking to everybody else who got janky clothes with you, talking about that little 28-year-old boy. He popping. You better go ask for a meeting with him.
Yeah,
and see how you can invest or learn to start a better one. You gossiping with the other chitlin circuit people when you should be asking for a consultation, even if it's your little brother. Mm-hmm. Little bro, you might need to get a consultation with little bro. Mm-hmm. You might have seen him come up, but he might need to be teaching you something now. And that may be the other problem. Sometimes little bro and little sis gonna pass you if your mind ain't on the right thing, boy.
That's true.
And just because you saw them grow up, just because you know they mama and them, just because y'all used to kick it back in the day, don't mean they don't deserve to be out here winning abundantly. They deserve what they work for. And if they charging something that people paying, evidently the price ain't too high.
Right. Right.
And if you charging 50, 60, 70% less, and you always complaining about people that don't have deposits, you worrying about clientele, you need to go to you might need to switch your market. You worried about my prices, you probably need to start building a brand to have a different clientele. Yo.
For sure.
Like, I'm thinking about that thing and I'm like, yo, man. This is why, all right. Now, this is why people end up leaving the cities and states that they grew up in. Because the small mind mentality, if you're not strong minded, the small mind mentality can be all consuming. And it can be discouraging. I just so happen to have a wife who holds me accountable and helps me to think about things and hold me up in times where I've lowballed myself so many times, and my wife been like, that don't make sense.
Literally.
And I've charged prices where I didn't make nothing when it was over. And my wife thinks that's stupid.
Dumb. To be exact.
If you're investing in somebody where you're going to have a return because there's a partnership, okay, that's not really a L. That's just you not receiving as much front end money. But if you just providing a service where you have a product that you selling to somebody, your price is your price.
Mary said people are not going to wait because you want to flounce around trying to help everybody.
Yes.
With a discount, they're going to get the bag.
Absolutely.
Brittany also said, I've heard people say my rates are too high and others say it's not high enough.
Brittany, it depends on the mind of the person you talking to.
That's right.
And that's what I've learned. It's like, if I go to Robinsonville and talk to one of the homies I grew up with, man, you charge way too much. Yeah, for Robinsonville people. Because then if I go to LA and talk to one of the homies, they like, boy, you charge what? Do you know how much you give me? Do you know how much I would charge if I could do what you? Literal conversations. Bro, I got a homie right now who be like scratching his head at me. Like, bro, do you know how good you are, man? Do you know there's people who not half as good as you making 10 times more than you? Mm-hmm. Bro, do you understand how good you are? And I'd be like, no, because where I'm from, I'm doing too much. Where I'm from, I charge too much. Why do y'all think, oh, I'm keeping it a buck tonight. I am crucifying myself for the freedom of others. Why do y'all think I don't put out a whole lot of records? Why do y'all think I don't produce a whole lot of records? The reason is because I have a family who I'm not going to take time from in exchange for money that won't at least cover overhead. Mm-hmm. I have a wife and a daughter and a son on the way who I'm not going to take 8 hours from if the exchange for those 8 hours is not a significant benefit for my family. At least for our future or the bills that's coming up. If I ain't finna make no major move from it, or pay a crazy bill where it's insane that I exchange that amount of money for the time, it ain't worth it. Slaving in the studio 12 hours a day to just be able to go to Golden Corral don't make sense. Not positioning yourself to be able to have ownership of anything other than your 20-year-old car doesn't make sense.
Hey, Tammy.
Hey, Tammy Cherry in the building. What up? It doesn't make sense. So it's like,
Okay, well, I'm keeping the baby, so that's already handled. Next.
right. So I wanted to talk about that today because I wanted to share something that really happened to me to encourage everybody. Like, if you on your grind, man, you on your study game, you have your goals and you have your visions, do your thing. Mm-hmm. Create your product, create your price list, and get the game rocking. If you charge too much, you will know because nobody will ever pay it.
Sheldon said, if people only knew what really goes into production.
Right. And here's the thing, Sheldon, here's the thing. Some people sell themselves short because they end up losing. Like, man, we would have been famous by now. Hey, yo, that's real. Hey, Alicia, okay, I'm with you. But yo, so now I'm at now I'm at the point now, man, where I'm like, first of all, I already know I'm on the right track. Like, I'm not even having this conversation because I don't think I am or because it shook me. But like I said, I'm having this conversation for people to go out and chase their dreams. Like, everybody up here on this live right now, for the most part, I ain't gonna speak for y'all like that because I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, we all small town people up here. How many people watching? 11, 12, 13. My wife is from Tampa. But I mean, what would you say about that? I'm a small town guy.
I mean, I'm from Tampa, but Tampa feels small if you're raised there.
Yeah.
And it is very small because everybody still know everybody.
Yeah. So I could say that 12 people, we all like small town people with big dreams. And it can be discouraging, like, when people know you. Hey, hold on, y'all. Hold on.
What's wrong? Is it my microphone?
No, because that'll mess around and go off. It won't charge it.
Oh, Lord.
All right, so we all small town people up here, and when you got a mind, oh my God, and you have drive, and you have big dreams, man, that can be frustrating, intimidating, and it can shake people up who don't see that big. And I'm not going to become a prisoner of somebody else's lack of faith in their self.
Yo, that's big.
I'm not about to do that, man. And I'm unapologetic about it. It's hurtful because the people who have these conversations, y'all, I love them so much. And my wife is a living testimony, man. I don't be talking about nobody. I have been misused. I have been mistreated. I have been looked over in situations where I knew what I deserved. And the people who have done this to me are the people who say, yo, he'll do anything as long as you got the money. His price is too high. My prices won't too high when I did something for you for free that you got an award for. My prices weren't too high when I pulled up to co-produce songs for you that I didn't get credit for. My prices weren't too high for you. But because I have enough confidence in my gift and my service to charge up artists 3-4 more times than you in a genre that is totally different from yours, which means it's a market that's totally different from yours, which means I have a value proposition that's totally different from yours. Don't look at just the price. Look at the fact that, not to toot my own horn, but I'm going there today because I just watched a podcast where this dude said, I'm sick of people using humility to shut people up from celebrating what they know about who they are. I know what I'm capable of. I know I can give an artist more than a quartet record. Check and see. Check and see. If that's all you can do, maybe that's all you can charge, but don't put that on me.
Yeah.
If all you can see is 20 minutes up the road, don't be mad at me because I can see outside of this country. That's on you. Fix your sight. Check your own sight, bro. Don't put on me that crap.
Whoa.
Because I'm going to build me. I'm going to grind. I'm going to grow. I'm going to study. And I'm going to become all that I can be. If you're doing all that you can do and you're all that you can be, rock it. Somebody going to always be lesser than you. Somebody going to always be greater than you till you die.
This is true.
Till you die. The best thing anybody can do is get their skills up, get their knowledge up, get their craft up, and serve people to the best of their ability. Check out what they're trying to accomplish. Look at where they live. Look at their marriage situation. Look at how many kids they got and create a business structure where they can sustain their life. And whatever those numbers come up to, that's up to you, your family, your net worth, your network, and your God. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. And that's sad, bro. I don't agree with how all my homies do business because of the fact that I've studied. My disagreement with how they do business is not because theirs is wrong. Let me clarify where we mess up. I don't agree with how they do business. For me, I would not do business like that because I know what I'm trying to accomplish. But they don't do business wrong. They do business the way business works for them. Yeah. What I will never do is say, hey, man, how much he charged, the way he worked. It's not the way you work, bro. It's not wrong because somebody else don't work like that. To gossip about somebody else's prices, yo, millionaires ain't on that. People who have a vision and a goal and a relationship with God and a family that they're providing for and vision that's out of this world literally don't have enough minutes in a day to use any of them to assess anything about you and yours. If it's not in a collaborative effort to help each other grow. It is sad, bro. Get your chops up. Get your skills up. Do what you have the ability to do. Set a price list that you feel you're worth, which is if you only worth $200, that's on you, my guy.
That's crazy.
If you only worth $200, that's on you.
Ooh-wee.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Exactly right.
Y'all. That junk blew me, man. It hit me because I'm like, I be blown away like at the fact that there's a community of people who, instead of working really hard, collaborating when it's beneficial, and grinding on what they grinding on, why are there conversations about other people's business? This is a video. This is a live, rather, that I'm taking the time to be transparent, to encourage people to not be discouraged by the projections of the people around them. I'm going to keep it a buck. They ain't capable of what you capable of. So they projected on you the only thing that they'll ever be able to have. And to feel more comfortable with the lack thereof with them, they want you to come down with them. Nah, man. No. Find some other people who own what you own. Y'all build a tribe of contentment where you are, because it ain't nothing wrong with it. It's only a problem when you make somebody else a problem because they're on a different level than you. That's the only problem. Level 1 is cool for the level 1 people. Level 2 is cool for the level 2 people. Level 3 is cool for the level 3 people. Neither level is bad or good. It's just the level you on. We don't have an issue until there's 4 level 1ers talking trash about the level 2ers. That's the problem. Maximize your level 1, and if God has called you to get to be on another level with your business, and you have the skill, knowledge, craft, net worth, network, insight, and vision to go to another level, God will elevate you to that level. If you do not, conversing about somebody who does is a waste of time. Spend that time in classes, in seminars, in webinars, on YouTube. Spend that time sharpening, and your prices could be higher too. Spend that time learning the game, and you'll be in those rooms too.
Mary said they need to be more like Kanye with not caring about anyone else's moves. He's in his own lane. Crazy.
Listen, let me tell you something. And everybody was talking about how crazy Kanye was for talking about them people. And them people numbers is looking bad. All kinds of stuff been happening. So when Kanye popped back on up there with us, making double, triple of what he was making before with more ownership, then we all gonna be tripping. But I think anytime there is a discussion about other people, it should be a discussion where you call another person and be like, yo, man, I really feel like your prices are high as jacks, man. What makes you charge that much?
First of all, the audacity to tell somebody that you feel like they prices are high.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, talk, baby.
If you want to understand why they charge what they charge, instead of having the mind that their prices are too high when they're getting the work, you might want to check into what they're doing differently that allows them to have clientele consistently with their price being as such.
And check this out. On the flip side, if I know, and if like at the end of the day, now let's talk business. Let's talk business. The market is the market is the market. I'm a music producer. My clients are artists right now. I haven't gotten into licensing. I haven't gotten into sync licensing. I haven't gotten into like movie soundtracks and stuff like that. So right now, my clientele is artists, right? Depending on my genre, depends on my clientele. Depending on my level of expertise, depending on how valuable I am, depending on how versatile I am, depends on the range in which I can charge. Like there is a practicality to what you should charge based on what you offer and what you're capable of.
Now, if the work is iffy, that's questionable. Laughing out loud. Some folks
Exactly.
definitely
See,
try us.
so now, Mary is talking about what I'm talking about. So now that's one thing. But here's the thing. If we got a burger joint, babe, if Five Guys was trash, they wouldn't get clients. They wouldn't have customers.
True.
And they would have to go fix their recipe or fix their prices to match how they taste or how they present themselves. Right? Just from a practical business perspective. You have to be realistic with your price range based on your product, your packaging, your expertise, your value proposition. Is it true? Are you trustworthy? Is your brand locked in? Okay, cool. You put all those together, which are mostly things that people who have something to say about me don't even got most of those things. And I'm not about to be scared. I'm sick of choosing to be quiet to honor people who would have conversations about me behind my back. I'm not honoring y'all no more. I'm going to be integral to not say people's names because I still love them with all my heart. But I'm not about to keep my mouth closed. A homie asked me yesterday, bro, what in the world made you go this route with the content? Hey, man, I realized the voice that I have. I realized that the impact that I've had behind closed doors. And I wanted to share that with other people because I feel it'll be beneficial. We live in 2023 where I'm studying what it takes to build a brand, and I want to build something that outlives me. If you ain't thinking like that and you just want to make sure hot sauce and the barbecue airs come in the studio next week, that's on you. If I don't want to do that, that's my business. If you do want to do that, that's your business. That's your business. It is that. It don't get no more plain than that. It don't get no more. Listen, babe, you have a daughter. You have a son on the way. You have a certain mindset. You have certain standards. You have a certain way of doing things. And you're going to raise your child to the best of your ability. Your other child is coming, your children. You're going to raise them to the best of your ability based on your experiences, your expertise, your failures, your successes, your upbringing, your mindset, in order to help them to develop into the best versions of themselves that they could be, right?
That's right.
You're not about to call Imani and talk about how Leisha raised her kids.
No.
Right?
No. First of all, I don't even know.
you saw an Instagram post, or the one time Leisha kids went over there and accidentally broke somebody's vase, you heard about it. So now you talking to Imani about how Leisha raised her kids. That don't sound practical, do it?
It's out of pocket, first of all.
We do that in production a lot.
That's crazy.
We do that. The music community do that a lot. A lot.
That was a good analogy.
A lot. We do it a lot. Yo, I'm over here trying to make sure that my kid's good. With everything that's going on in the world, I need to make sure that Jalea is confident in herself.
Exactly right.
Leisha got her kids. Imani got her kids. I got my kids.
That's right.
Now, if Leisha has an issue and like, Shiy, I see how Jalea thinks, man, and she seems to be very smart. Like, what have you done to help her develop that mentality?
You asked for my opinion at that point.
Then we discuss different skills and different things that we've learned and grown to be able to implement as parents. And we have a discussion to help each other's children grow.
That's right.
Then we get off the phone, we implement it, and we celebrate each other. But kid bashing, because they don't have the same mannerisms, characteristics, and whatever else as yours, that is whack. And it is a telltale sign that you don't like how you raise your kids. You don't like something about your parenting and your kids. So instead of figuring that out, let's find somebody who we think kids worse than ours.
Oh my gosh. For what?
Because it feels better.
Ugh.
My low prices, I feel better about my pennies if I can convince people around me that your dimes are too much. If you charge pennies, bro, get them pennies. Get the pennies, dog, and stack the monkeys up. If he charge nickels, cool. If you want to get in the nickel game, talk to somebody in a nickel game. If you want to get in a dime game, talk to somebody in the dime game. But if you in a penny game and you ain't working towards nothing but barely getting them pennies and talking about people who getting them dimes, that is a poor reflection of your whole existence.
Alicia said, "Child, I'm listening. I was bathing these children, but you preaching."
Hey, I'm just like, I'm about to listen, yo. I'm pouring my heart out to everybody who show up to these lives every night, because I ain't with it, man.
Yeah.
I'm not with it. And I ain't about to act like I'm with it when I'm not, bro.
Yeah. And you have that right. You have that right.
I'm just floored, y'all. Like, man, everybody's not the same. Everybody don't think the same. Everybody don't do business the same. Everybody don't have the same voice, the same tone, the same clients, the same fan base, the same capabilities, the same network, the same characteristics, the same mindset.
Mary said going live every night is work in itself. That's commendable.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Everybody's different, man.
This is low-key making me want to take my prices up. Go ahead.
Hey, Brittany, because at the end of the day, you're extremely gifted at what you do.
Extremely.
And North Carolina is cool. South Carolina is cool. But what you have a worldwide gifting, and you have a light that shines on you so bright it's scary. And if you do have the courage and boldness to say, you know what? I am dope. That's what everybody else do. You look at a Jay-Z, or you look at a Kanye, or you look at Steve Jobs, or you look at a Jeff Bezos, or you look at a whatever Mr. Kathy's Chick-fil-A CEO. They are small town people with an idea and aspirations and dreams to make that idea as huge as possible. They ain't checking for nobody else.
Do me a favor. Mary asked Brittany what it is that she do. I need you to explain what
No,
she
you
does.
can explain it more.
No, you explain it better.
No, Brittany, explain what you do in the business that you have. Oh, she got it.
I am a voice coach for singers and public speakers.
There you go. And she said it better. I would have tried to explain it in such a crazy way. Yes.
And she made tea.
And she sells products to as an extension of her voice coaching business. Yeah. And she's incredible, y'all.
And she's becoming a public speaker herself.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and say that.
Yes. So yeah.
Yes, herbal voice products.
Yes. And here's the thing. Oh, Brittany, I'm about to talk about you.
Let's go.
If I ain't gonna say no names or nothing, but the truth be told, if Brittany hadn't stepped out on faith and looked at the totality of who she is, she'll be a praise and worship in Raleigh, Durham. A praise and worship leader in Raleigh, Durham right now. And just because somebody else want to be that, gonna talk trash, what's selling voice products for what? She need to stick to singing. That's what she do. No, that's what you seen her do last. You don't know all that God has created her to be just because you saw her at so-and-so church. You don't know all of who Brittany is. Yes, she killed it when she sung, but for you to say that's all she is because that's all you are?
This is good.
Just to say that's all she should aspire to be because that is the extent of your capability? No, sir. No. No, 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 and triple dipple, double dog, no. No. Like the audacity. Man, she need to get in somebody's studio and put an album out. You don't know her story. You don't know her giftings. You don't know what her and God talk about. You don't know her aspirations. You just saw her. I ain't gonna say no church names. You just saw her at church 3 times. That's all. You don't know her for real. And even people who know, let me keep it a buck. Even people who know us don't know us for real. There's nobody in the world who knows us that know us for real, even if it's our parents. They don't know us for real. They don't know us for real. They know of us. They know what they've seen. They know what they've witnessed, but they don't know all of us for real.
Alicia said, hey, somebody just inboxed me and asked would I be doing more music with ROJAY. Can't make this up.
Wow. The answer is yes, Leisha.
Of course.
Absolutely. Hey, when you talking about you walking heavy. Hey, so listen, yo, this is real. It's real life, and it's like, yo, I don't, to say what you think somebody should be doing or what they doing wrong, like what they ought to be doing, like in comparison to what you're doing. Hey, little bro Chris Darden in the building. Hey, I had Chris going off in here. Chris would be going off if I let him talk. Like, in comparison to what you're doing, you want to measure and project what somebody should, or ought to be doing. Yo, that's like, that is very small-minded, crab in a bucket, peasant, chitlin circuit thinking and operating. I don't care how nobody feel that see this. This ain't nothing but facts. Because open-minded, strong-minded, confident people who are focused on their dreams and their aspirations do not have the capacity to use their thinking, time, or resources to assess anybody else's business. They don't do that. Now, they may study a business successes and failures so that they can see how to operate. But they ain't going around here just know what somebody should or shouldn't be doing. Now, truth be told, I've witnessed a lot of L's that I don't have to take because I saw the homies take them. That's just a fact. I view those L's as lessons from people before me that I can use to not have to take them. I don't use that as ammo to gossip about. I use that as data to do better. If I got one of the homies who charged 10 times more than me, y'all know what I'm thinking. How, Sway? How, Sway? Sway, how? How, Sway?
How, not why.
How? What did you do? How you justify it? What I need to be on? What I need to watch? What I need to study? Where I need to go?
Yeah.
Because I need that. Run me that. I need it. I got a family. I'm trying to build an empire. I'm trying to be able to invest in other people. That's another thing.
That's right.
That's another thing. Just because the only mouth that you care to feed is your own, don't mean that I don't deserve the resources to feed thousands.
Yo,
feeding my own mouth is not my agenda. But it's yours, clearly. That's why so many bridges are burnt. That's why so many people are done wrong. Because your feeding your mouth is your only concern.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it only costs $200 for just you. But when I want to change the lives of people around me who can write, produce, sing, marketing experts like graphic designers, when I want to pay all them, yeah, the 200 ain't gonna work. And just because your mouth is the only one you concerned with feeding, that's on you. You be a solopreneur. You work with whoever you work with. You make the money you make, and you go on about your business. The internet is cutting up, y'all. I'm sorry.
I think it's good. We just
Mentalities ruin a lot of vision. This is true, bro. And I'm at the place now, man, where I'm like this, bro. I ain't being quiet no more, man. I'm not being quiet no more because I'm not being quiet no more at the end of the day. And I'm willing to, I've said it and I'll say it tonight. I think anytime I talk about these types of things, I'm going to say it to make sure people understand where I am with it. I'm willing to sacrifice my own life, bro. Because the thing about it is, if you were talking about me anyway, it ain't going to bother me that you talking about what I said on this live. Because at the end of the day, I'm talking about this on this live because you was talking in the first place. So just add this to the list of things you're talking about while I help people. I just had the revelation right this second that I'm going to continue to speak as loud as I possibly can because they already talking. Just add this to the list. Add it. Add it to the list, yo. Seriously. Is the screen messing up on y'all? Yo, y'all follow Brittany Spivey on everything, especially TikTok, yo.
She recently lost her mom, man, and she has used that grief experience to like change lives, yo. And to see her go through her healing process and help other people do it at the same time while building her business, while raising her daughter. Hats off to you, Spivey. You already know how we feel about you, yo. So I just wanted to celebrate you. That's another thing. It is okay, man. People winning is not at your demise, bro. Like where I'm from, people think if they win, that means somewhere I have to lose. I get where that comes from. We live in a small town. There's only a certain amount of people to work with. So maybe people feel like, okay, if you win it, if you got a lot, maybe I'm going to lose. No. Because depending on your gifting and your expertise and the value that you bring, we can be in one. You can have 5 producers in one city and they never have the same clients. It depends on who you are, how you are, what you serve, and how you build. And if clients do happen to cross paths, they shouldn't have the story of they were in the studio with him and he was bashing him. Why do artists have stories? Why do artists have stories of being in the studio with one producer and that producer talking bad about another one? Why do artists have those kinds of stories? Artists should be able to go in the studio. Artists should be able to come in the studio with me and do a record and not hear about no other producer. You here to work with me. Now, if the artist says, yo, I went and worked with so-and-so and so, and the experience was bad, as an integral producer, I would say, man, I hate that happened to you. And I hope that never happens again. And I'm going to do everything in my power for that not to be your experience here. And it's over. The conversation is over. I'm not going to use that conversation to go tell another producer, hey, yo, man, I was just working with so-and-so and so, and I heard when she worked with the homie, man, he blankety did it. What? I know. I told y'all, Chris Darton is a firecracker, and I'm proud of him for not sounding off in these comments. Thank you, little bro. Please don't. Don't do it. But yo, I'm glad that, man. As soon as I saw him coming here, I said, boy, when Chris hear me talking, he gonna sound off in these comments. But he doing good. But yeah, that's not, yo, man, shoot. I mean, even, y'all, my heart is full about this because I'm tired of it, bro. Everybody around me is so dope at what they do. And we all on different levels, which means we can all serve different people. And if everybody's heart is to serve, that means whether a person want a hot dog or a person want a burger or a person want chicken or a person want a steak. If I'm in any of those businesses, if my business is the chicken business, I want to make the best chicken I possibly can to serve my chicken customers. And if I see somebody going to get a hot dog, I am happy that nobody's hungry. Right. Come on now. Pork chops, poke chops. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody has different talents and giftings on different levels to serve the people who are on that. Okay. There we go. God has given each person a different measure of gifting and different levels to serve the people on that level. If y'all look at the freaking story about the talents, my man buried his joint. So God made him get that joint to somebody else who multiplied it. That's literally what be happening. The dude with the one talent gonna bury his joint and then be mad. He's scared and don't want to multiply it. So God, oh my God, it's a biblical principle. What God do? Give me that. Boy, hand me that. He tripled my boy. Hey, let me get that. Because you forgot why we doing this. This ain't for you. This for everybody else. So since you didn't multiply, you don't have much to serve. You don't got nothing to give nobody. Let me get that. Hey, go flip that. God ain't going to give you. Oh! I just said it a while ago. If your mouth is the only one you're concerned with feeding, your business going to be small, cuz. If your mouth is the only mouth you're concerned with feeding, your business going to be small. Your clientele going to be small and your price is going to always be low. Sorry. That's on you. Check your priorities. Check your purpose. Check your mindset. That's on you. Because God will take your one little talent and give it to another producer who multiplying. That's real. Instead, you get on the phone with other people who buried their talent, one, talking about the people who went and multiplied theirs. Your cup doesn't run it over for you to only worry about. Yes, Chris. If your dream is not big enough to serve other people, your business is going to be small. And if that's you, that's cool. We don't have a problem with that. That is not the problem. The problem is when you start to talk out your neck about people who God has given a different assignment, who have said yes to him, and who has dedicated their lives to serving more people than just them. God gonna elevate them, their prices gonna stay high. And they gonna get higher and higher, and then you're gonna be Tabitha Brown in Target. You're gonna be Kev on stage. You're gonna be Kanye West. While all these people with the one talent that they bury, God gonna take it. And then they gonna die. And people gonna talk about, hey man, remember when they used to? Yeah, but yo man, they had to have a GoFundMe to bury him. Yo, they had to do a concert, man, to pay for his casket. If that's what you want, that's on you. If I become a legendary household name, it's because of what I want to help people do. If you ain't on that, that's on you. But it is out of pocket to talk bad about people who are doing God's work just because you ain't on nothing but yourself. If you on yourself, and you do your thing. To have conversations about other people, that is out of pocket, man. It is out of pocket. And time gonna tell that it's out of pocket. But what I'm trying to do is to be a voice for people, to encourage the people who have set their hearts and minds to multiply, and to talk to the people with the one talent to help them to figure out, yo, why am I so bitter? Why am I hurting so bad where their success offends me? Why am I so bent out of shape that I'm offended by their prices? Like, what's wrong? What's wrong with me? Why am I so insecure that their abilities frighten me? What is making me talk to people negatively about other people? What's wrong? What's going on with me that has me having that toxic energy? What's going on? Yeah, because truth be told, when I see little bro, I do be tight. Go figure out why you tight. Go figure out why you tight, man. Go figure it out. Like, I want to encourage people on both ends of the spectrum. Because I want to use my voice to make a difference, man. And clearly, making records is not enough to make a difference. It's not enough. Making records is not enough to make a difference. That's why we've been coming on here randomly talking. Man. Hey, Chris, I'm weak. TJ the girl, what up, yo? Hey, but yeah, I'm committed. Like, if you look at a Malcolm X or you look at a Martin Luther King, like, they risked their lives for the betterment of their people, dog. And I want to be to the music community what they were to the black community. And although I will never get assassinated with a gun for real and die in real life, I know I'm going to get assassinated with people's tongues because they don't like it. I know people going to put hits out on me because of what I'm saying, but I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, so I'm good with it. That's the price that comes with raising your voice to defend the people. And I'm cool with that, boy. What, babe?
I just want you to say this stuff a different way.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's a visual person, y'all. So I'm OD on my example. Half the people. Hey, you know, and you want to know what's crazy? Let's talk. All right, I want to talk about that, Mary, because that's good.
Access is gonna be different, so.
Thank you, Imani. I want to talk about what Mary just said. She said F the people. All right, so here's the thing about it, y'all. It's hard. What do you say?
I'm one of the ones who
Chris do not got a
doesn't have a
filter.
filter when it comes to that type of stuff. I genuinely do not care. Let them shoot. They gonna have to aim real high because of the elevation.
Yes,
That's
sir,
right.
Chris. And that's the thing, bro. Like, Chris is a witness.
Yes.
Chris and a lot of people like Chris, they know what I'm talking about because we all come from the same area, man. And it's sad when you love people, and it's sad when you have to it's biblical about. The Bible says, "Work out your own soul salvation." Facts.
That girl.
F the people is biblical. Work out your own soul salvation is right. That's true. Hey yo, hey Brittany, that's hilarious.
Imani said, "I like Mary."
Hey yo, Mary, you and me, Mary,
Yo,
eventually,
yes,
Imani.
yes,
Hey,
y'all
Mary is
jail.
funny, man.
She is a
Hey,
mess.
but yo, at the end of the day, like, I'm a grown man. I stand on my own 2 feet, and ain't nobody, I don't got no entity or conglomerate around me that's cutting me no check to hold my tongue. So I'm keeping it a buck, man. I'm keeping it a buck. I've had a lot of people who've had a hand on helping me to develop. I've also had some of them same people be intimidated about what I end up becoming. And that ain't on me, bro. That's what I was going to say. Hey, this is what I was going to say, Chris. Hey, yo, I be trying to keep it chill, Chris. I be trying to keep it chill. Hey, but at the end of the day, man, yo, I know. Imani, I know I don't, man. And I used to think I did. But I'm learning to respect people for who and where they are. And every time something happen, man, I'm talking about it, bro. Like, when I experience something good or bad that can help people, I'm telling them, because what I'm doing is bigger than me. What you about to say, babe?
No, nothing.
What we're building, what we're doing It's bigger than us, man. And it's people who out here be taking blows that be thinking they alone, and they not. They not alone, man. It's people out here who know that they're gifted, know that they're talented, know that they have an amazing product, and somebody that they grew up with make them charge $20, $30, $40, $50 less than they should. That ain't sweet, man. Yo, man, you out here pulling people down because you ain't content with the level of life and business you got. You can't do people like that. You need to go to God and practice.
Go to God and practice.
You need to go to God and get your weight up.
Heavy on the go to God and practice.
Wow. Chris said, big facts. Tour has exposed a lot. Hey, bro. It sucks, bro, but it is what it is. Like, and this is black and white stuff. Like, the stuff I'm discussing is black and white stuff. Hey, I'm weak. Hey, but I ain't gonna lie, Chris. I do be transposing now.
Yes.
I ain't gonna tell you no lies. Hey. But to Chris's point, absolutely. Like, to Chris's point, when you're in a situation, oh, this is good because we could use the transposing to talk. Oh, this conversation keeps going on and on, man. Like, for instance, okay, for some people who know and don't know, I'm gonna explain it, and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so I'm gonna use the transposing example. Anytime y'all say something up here that
Chris Farmer in the building.
prompts me, Chris Farmer in the building. Anytime y'all say something that prompts me to go, I'm gonna go, because these are things that need to be talked about. So, okay, if you're a keyboard player, there are 12 notes on the keyboard, and those 12 notes make up the piano. They repeat every 12. They repeat like chromatically. Mm-hmm. Right? So they repeat chromatically. But, so like, let's say I'm playing in C, that's one key. Or if I'm playing in E flat, that's one key. Or if I'm playing in F sharp, that's one key. If I'm playing in B flat, that's one key. Right? What transposing allows you to do, I'm going to explain because this is good. What transposing allow you to do is, let's say for instance, you are really dope in, like my case, F sharp. Let's say I'm really dope in F sharp. So like I'm fluent, I can play my chords, I can hear by ear, I play, and I'm pretty fluent. Now say for instance, I'm not that good in C. On a keyboard, you can transpose the keyboard, which would mean you take the tonality of a note down or up, and I can play F sharp chords and it sound like C from transposing, which will make it, so if I was playing in F sharp and I wanted to play in C, it would make it negative or positive 6 because you go up the scale, boom, 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 boom. Now, in a lot of communities, in the music community, this is good. In the music community, a person that transposes, that is bad. That is bad, 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 bad. If you're an organist or a pianist, it's really bad. Here's why it's bad. Because people who have studied their craft and have worked hard to be fluent in every key feels like that is what should come with playing keys. Okay, if you say you play keys, you should be fluent in every key before you can say you play. So it's like a thing where it's like, oh, you transpose? Oh, no, you ain't nice. Oh, you don't play in all your keys? Oh, no, you cool. Like, even if a person is good in one key, if you don't play in all of them, you kind of like, you're not that good. Because you're cheating. You're cheating. So here's the thing. This is a good example. I transpose. When I first started playing keys, I started transposing because I was exposed to it right off the bat. So then I'm like, okay, cool. So I just started doing it because I saw it. That's literally what happened. So I transpose now, right? Here's the thing about it, though. If I wanted to be a jazz pianist, if I wanted to be a classical pianist, oh, I'm going somewhere. Don't worry, Mary, I got you. I just did it for musicians. This is a good conversation because of how we going to do the thing. So imagine not even cheating, limiting yourself. Now, Chris, This is what I love about what Chris just said. Chris said it's not even cheating, it's limiting yourself. Chris's opinion of transposing comes from a different mindset than transpose bashers. Chris's mindset is you open up capabilities, which is how Steve and them, they be fussing at me because they say the same thing. Like, you open up your capabilities when you're able to, I don't transpose, but it's good and bad. Exactly. And I'm about to explain it to prove my point. I'm about to explain it to prove my point about business. Okay. At the end of the day, Chris said you're limiting yourself. Chris said it's handicapping. Now, here's the thing.
Okay, Chris Darden said.
Chris Farmer.
Is limiting yourself.
Chris Darden said it's limiting yourself. Chris Farmer said it's handicapping. Now, here is where I'm about to teach y'all something. Mm-hmm. Both of them are right and wrong. Chris Farmer and Chris Darden are both right and wrong. How? Depending on what you want to accomplish, they are right or wrong. Example, if you play in a Kojic church where a job requirement is to play any song in any key at any given moment, and that's what justifies the check that they're going to pay you, transposing gonna hurt you. Mm-hmm. So if your aspiration is to have a job like that, the first thing you have to do before you qualify is be fluent in all your keys. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're sitting in a session with Jermaine Dupri and Brian Michael Cox, if you're sitting in a session with Jermaine Dupri and Brian Michael Cox inside a logical Ableton, guess what? It's not limiting at all. Because whatever it takes to make the track the dopest that it can possibly be, they don't care. There's a different job requirement to be in both rooms. So, if I'm a keyboard player, if I want to position myself to thrive in both rooms, I better be fluent so I'm good either way.
That's right.
If I don't have an aspiration to do anything that requires me to be fluent, then that's not even something I have to worry about. So now, watch this. I'm going to use this. Oh, this is so good. Let's take me. I transpose. But guess what, y'all? Keyboard playing is the last thing on my mind ever. Mm-hmm. The ability to lead. The ability to communicate, the ability to bring other people together that do play in their keys fluently, the ability to market, the ability to promote, the ability to be able to come in here and play and make a whole record that consists of way more than just the keyboard. All of a sudden, dang. Wait. Now, if I just go in a church service and I see ROJAY play and he hit that button, and then I go talk to all the church musicians, watch this. Yo, man, he was killing, but he was transposing. Now, if I go in another room with a producer who's trying to get placements, he gonna say, yo, ROJAY, the coldest thing I ever seen. Mm-hmm. He the coldest thing I ever seen.
Brittany said, you are stepping on my toes because I transpose with some of the scales when I don't feel like doing them.
Here's the thing. But you ain't trying to be Beethoven, Brittany.
Exactly.
You trying to vocal coach. You trying to sell your products, and you're trying to get public speaking gigs, and playing the keys is just a thing you need to be able to do to keep you on track to teach. That ain't what you own. This is what I'm saying about business. For a virtuoso piano player who only knows how to play piano to get on the phone with another virtuoso piano player and then say, yo, man, ROJAY, dope, man. But we were in that service, dog. He hit that button. Same as me saying, yo, man, my bro Eric, man, he a beast on keys, man. But he can't produce no record.
Chris Farmer said, me personally, I don't care if someone drinks.
Man, I don't care.
I'd rather you sound good than fumble.
Listen, when it comes to and then depending on priority, yes. Yep. So I'm gonna address all that. So I'm gonna keep saying what I was saying. Right. In the same way, if two virtuosos in every key called each other and said, yo, man, Jamal, he was killing, but he hit that button. Or if I were to say, yo, man, I saw Eric the other day, he was blazing, man. But when we get in the studio, he can't play no record to save his life. He can't program to save his life. Y'all, instead of looking at the act, contextualize it inside of the framework of the person's calling, the person's business, the person's priorities.
It's good.
Hey, Chris said, I transpose my drums. So what I'm saying is I'm tying the transpose back to the business conversation. Who you are is who you are. What you've been called to do is what you've been called to do. God is going to give you the tools and the resources to handle the level you own. If it is destined for God to elevate you and you have the willingness, because we all have self-will to grind and to learn and to sharpen your craft based on what you've been called to do, you're going to do what you're supposed to do. And it ain't the same thing for everybody. Like right now, Chris is doing his thing, bro. Chris is elevating like crazy out of nowhere. There are certain people who Chris grew up with who ain't finna go with him. Are they bad? No. Is Chris frustrated sometimes because he wished they were coming with him? Yes. But guess what? That ain't on him. That ain't on him. Even if it frustrates him that they ain't on what he on, they life ain't his life. They priorities ain't his priorities. Their aspirations aren't his aspirations. So for him to project his aspirations on one of his homies because of how dope he thinks one of his homies is, and to say that their aspirations should be the same because they grew up together and he has the potential to, that would be out of pocket for Chris to say. Even though he may be saying it from exactly. So even if he's saying it from a place of love, concern, and desire from the relationship in the past being so strong, it may be time for him to separate from all the homies. And the rest of the music he do for the rest of his life be with people that God sends him from all different sides and corners of the world. And he never stepped foot in a musical arena with his homies again. They can still be his brothers though.
Amen.
They can still be his brothers. But God may be calling a whole new set of people who think exactly like Chris to help Chris accomplish the mission that God has called him to accomplish. And guess what? The homie who he wished would have went with him, he got an assignment doing something totally different. Totally different. Mm-hmm. So when you get out of your selfish feelings, you end up celebrating everybody on each level, no matter what the history is. Because you understand that we all have different assignments. We all have different tribes. We are all on different levels. So no matter what I wish you knew how to do, no matter what I think you would have been able to do, that ain't up to me. If I see, it's me, I'm the homie. If I see, like, yo, man, you ain't on what I'm on. Hey, but Chris is real life. Like you will get to the point where I'm gonna use Chris because Chris is the little bro. He a firecracker, so I could talk about Chris. Y'all, Chris going crazy right now, bro. That's the truth of the matter. Let me establish this. Let me first start by saying I'm so proud of Chris. Chris Darden is my little bro, and he going crazy, and I'm proud of him because I literally have been a fly on the wall in certain situations watching him grow up. And to see where he is now is crazy. Where his mind is insane, right? That is commendable. Here's where Chris would have a problem. To expect everybody he grew up with to think like him would put him in the wrong no matter how dope he is.
Yeah.
And to be mad at anybody who doesn't make the same decisions he would make him wrong. As dope as he is and as hard as he's worked to get it. Why? Because that may not be their story. That may not be their life. That may not be the journey that God wanted them to take. Even if they were capable, if they tried. If God hasn't tugged on their heart to have the mind and the drive and the ambition towards the thing that Chris is headed towards, if God hasn't put it in them to be built to go the same way, then Chris got to go where God is leading him and let God send the people while he walking. And then he got to celebrate his homie on the left and be like, yo, I know you over there, dog, and I see you. Let's go. I want to see you succeed where God wants you than to fail doing what I expect of you.
That's big.
And if we had that mindset, most of the toxic conversation in the music industry would die. It would die. All of a sudden, there will be conversations of celebration because everybody has respect for where everybody else is. And they leave it up to God to do the rest for them. Okay, you need a team of people and you wish it was your homies. Sorry, it's not. That's right, Chris. There comes a time where you have to, bro. You have to say, you know what? I wanted it to be with the homies. Y'all, I'm a living testimony. I'm the little brother of about 9 or 10. I'm the nephew of many. I'm the son of a couple. And God knows I wish everything I did was with them. God knows I wish it. But my destiny would not be fulfilled if I forced them being included. It would ruin what God has called me to be if I put energy into trying to make them fit in to what me and my wife are building. I would forfeit my destiny. I would forfeit my destiny, man, to hold on to the dream of having them with me. Yo, and I can't afford to do that because there's too many people depending on me to do it the way God has called me to do it. And bringing them with me ain't worth me not doing what I've been called to do. If I got to choose between doing it with them and doing what God called me to do, I'm going to, sorry guys, I love y'all. Yo, when we used to play back in the day, it was crazy. The sessions used to be amazing. The time we spent, I'll never forget it. I am partially who I am because of y'all. And I'll always respect and honor y'all for the contributions that y'all have made. And if y'all love me, y'all gonna celebrate when I get to the mountaintop knowing that you had a hand in it. Learning to accept God's plan no matter how he wants it done is what makes certain situations harder than they have. Yes. I absolutely do, Mary. It is very clear to me, y'all. It is very clear to me. And I want to encourage everybody to get to the place where it's clear to you. Everybody that's watching and listening to this is gifted in some way. and we have been discouraged and frustrated by our surroundings and our peers and our families in some way. Their opinions, their projections have frustrated us. Their unwillingness to grow with us have frustrated us. Mm-hmm. And I'm challenging everybody to do their thing and let God send who's supposed to be. That's right. Childhood friends, family members, mentors, godparents, parents, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. I don't care who they is. Let it go.
That's right.
You about to forfeit the thousands, of hundred thousands and millions of people you supposed to impact because you down here waddling in craziness with them. Hey, listen. He said unwillingness makes me ball my fist up still. Hey, but Chris, you have to define unwillingness for one is not supposed to. What you see as unwillingness may be somebody who's not supposed to. You may think they are unwilling, but for what God has called them to do, they may not supposed to. But your history and knowledge of the past about them may make you perceive it as unwillingness. And according to their assignment, it is no, they shouldn't. God saying they shouldn't. Chris seeing it as unwillingness. God saying, I have called you to something different. Chris saying, yo, bro, as hard as we grinding, man, you're going to trip out now. Now is where we get to the crossroad. And you go left and he or she go right. That's possible.
I do have to say, though, sometimes... Wait, what did he say?
He said, right. Perspective has been my challenge this season because
I'm so cutthroat, dog.
Listen, and I know where Chris is because I've seen his grind. I know, let me tell you something about Chris. Chris, you are the daggone case study of this conversation. Let me tell you something about Chris that is very similar to me. He loves very hard.
Very.
He leads with his heart, and he is very passionate about his craft and his people. Mm-hmm. So he get tight very easily. Mm-hmm. But because I'm big bro, 31, who done already lived it, I can say, Chris, breathe, bro. Could it be that you would be sabotaged if they came? What if your efforts to bring them mucked you up? Now do you still want to take them? What if God showed you that taking them would make you lose the gig? Do you still want to take them? What if the energy you spend on conversations with them make you miss the phone call to change their life? Do you still want to talk to them? What if the very time you try to convince your boy to think different, somebody else was calling and you missed the call of a lifetime because you on three-way trying to convince your homies? What if the tour of a lifetime was being pressed upon you and the manager was calling you in that moment and they called somebody else because when they called you, you was on three-way trying to convince your homies? Now you done missed the chance of a lifetime. Do you still want to convince them now? What if your heart's desire for your friends is sabotaging everything that God has shown you? And just because he showed you people don't mean he should. Just because God gives you the vision of doing something with people, you don't choose the people. You just trust that there'll be people. You don't choose the people. God chooses the people. But because of what you know and what you've already seen, you want to associate what you're going with where you've been. God only showed you people. He didn't show you your friends. You chose to make it your friends because of the past 5 years of your life. But the next 5, God just showed you people. God, send the people. I see the people. I don't see faces. I wish the faces were the faces that I'm used to. But God, if I got to be with people that I'm not used to carry out your call for my life, send the people. Send them. I wish it was the homies. But it ain't. And the energy it would take me to convince them is energy wasted. It's energy lost. Send them. You know what? What would be more scary is if Chris lost it all trying to put them on.
Chris said, bit facts. Since July, I've been having to reprogram my brain to use this season to be selfish. And it feels so weird because I'm not including none of my folks for once.
Yes. Yes, boy. But guess what, boy? It's go time for you. Look at how it's turning out.
Yeah. Look
at the fruit of that decision. Look at how it's panning out. God is going to, every single person who was significant in your life before, every single instrument that they specifically played, watch God send people who have the mind that you have and play those same instruments 2, 3, 4 times better. Watch. The crew that you wish you would have done things with, God is going to build another crew with double, triple, quadruple the talent, with a mindset that's going to challenge you. You've been the guy who's been trying to challenge them. God is going to put people in your circle that challenge you. And convincing is not worth the Hey, I ain't forfeit. Hey. God send them.
He said, and true colors are coming out because of me.
Listen, I'm a living witness, bro. I'm having this whole conversation because my decision to be selfish and make people have conversations. That's the reason why I'm on. That's why this is what I'm talking about right now. He already sent. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. Dom is the first of many, bro. That you're not gonna have to convince. You're not gonna have to ask them to be in long rehearsals. They're gonna want to be. You're not gonna have to ask them to be on time because they're gonna be there before you. You're not gonna have to ask them to remember the conference calls because they're gonna be calling you. They're gonna put you on sessions that you didn't believe you could be on. Watch it. And they're going to embrace you because they've seen your come up. Watch it. People who you couldn't imagine is going to become a part of your crew, bro, who are way further along, and they're going to bring you with them because of what you've sacrificed. I promise, bro. You got it, bro. I know it's frustrating. I know it's annoying. I know what you wish it was. But guess what? God got other people, bro. People you don't have to convince. People you don't have to argue with. People you don't have to prove yourself to. He gonna send them, dog. He gonna send them. All right, okay, I'm sorry, Chris. All right, I'm finished.
Getting heavy in here, dog.
My fault.
Baby cried. He done, bro.
I'm finished, dog.
He finished.
Hey. But that's how it works, though. But because I know how Chris feel, exactly, Mary. Keith Simpson. Chris, you're not being selfish. You're being obedient to the call and assignment of your life in this season, which in terms means separation and sacrifice. Yes, sir, Keith Sampson. Yes, sir. Let me read it again. Chris, you're not being selfish. You're being obedient to the call and assignment on your life in this season, which in terms means separation and sacrifice. Yes. Yes. Oh my God. separation and sacrifice is crazy. It feels weird at first. On some real blankety blank. And people don't be understanding the stuff that happens behind closed doors, even though you still come out with a smile on your face like everything is gravy. Brody, listen. It's only for your strength, bro. Trials come to make you strong, bro. And there's a certain level of strength and courage that is required in the next season of your life, bro. And God is just using that stuff, man, to make you stronger. I mean, it's that simple. Your skin has to become tougher. Some of your decision making musically has to require less of your emotion. Some of your decisions have to eliminate emotion at all, and you're just being prepped for that. You're not just a musician, Chris. Some people are just musicians, Chris. And guess what? There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what we have to be okay with. Aunt Lisa in the building. Aunt Lisa's in the building.
Y'all, I love my auntie.
Aunt Lisa's in the building. Aunt Lisa, I'm about to ask you a question for my wife real quick. I seen her post. Y'all, y'all give me a second. I'm about to talk to Aunt Lisa. Aunt Lisa, I seen her post, and I want to see if I'm right about what I'm saying. Aunt Lisa, do you do taxes? Please say yes or no. I need to know something. I need to see something. I need to see something. Y'all give me a second. I need to speak to Aunt Lisa.
This girl is stupid.
My pastor first lady. I love my church. Hey, hold on, y'all. I gotta ask Aunt Lisa. I hope she's still in here. Hey, man, let me know if Aunt Lisa say yeah.
She said yes, sir. My sister Portia.
Okay.
So her sister does.
Okay, cool. And do y'all do business taxes too, or just personal? I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, y'all give me a minute. I'm gonna get back to where I'm going. I'm trying to help the church.
Definitely could have inboxed Aunt Lisa.
But people need to know, because guess what? Somebody else might need their taxes done and hit Aunt Lisa up. Boy, what you talking about?
That's
Boy,
true.
I ain't cutting off nobody blessings.
All right, I ain't trying to cut off Auntie blessings.
I ain't trying to cut off Auntie blessings. Shoot. Daggone right. Fist bump me. Anybody that do any business or provide any service on this thing, I'ma always talk to them out loud, because they might get clients. That's my whole mission, man.
That's true.
That's the mission. That's the mission. That's the freaking mission. I just got mad.
You got emotional.
I got emotional. Yeah, not mad.
Business is what we certify in.
Well, now this is where the inboxing begins.
Yes.
Because Shiy is going to inbox you.
Yes.
Oh, fret not, my child. I will send you what you need in your time of need. Don't you worry.
What you need in your time of need.
Let me tell you something. Give me 5. I'm your husband, man. I be seeing you.
Yeah.
And I be trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
One more time. Aunt Lisa, Shiy is really going to inbox you probably. What time is it? 8. You going to inbox it tonight or in the morning?
Shoot, I'm going to go ahead and inbox it.
Because listen here, we finna cry real tears about it. Hey, we out here. Okay. One more thing and I'm done. Me and my wife started our LLC. We got our EIN. We have no clue what we're doing. And she's terrified. She's terrified because she doesn't know what we need to do. But guess what, y'all? That's life. Y'all better go get y'all EINs and start y'all LLCs. Y'all ain't gonna know what y'all doing, but God gonna send the people to help you. Boy, I hope Aunt Lisa is a ram in the bush. You hear me? I hope Aunt Lisa is the ram in the bush, because we was shook. Yeah. Like, yo, we done stepped out on faith. We done changed up our financial structure. We started an LLC. We paying ourselves. But we don't know this tax thing, man. Yo, but guess what? 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, yo, that LLC, we're going to have tax attorneys. We're going to have people on payroll.
That's right.
All kinds of stuff. But you got to do it. We got to do it. Yo, Aunt Lisa been coming up in here supporting us like crazy. I just happened to go on Aunt Lisa's page and see something about taxes. That was 2-3 weeks ago. It didn't even come back to me till right now. Because I know it's crunch time and my wife is about to have a baby. And she got to have the taxes filed before Jameer come. And that's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We scared.
Yes, Lord. I'm also nervous. Like I'm panicking because I'm nesting and trying to figure this out.
Yes. So we gotta get Aunt Lisa. I'm talking about Aunt Lisa. I don't know what we gotta do, but I'm gonna tell you right now online, I ain't ashamed.
Chris said, sign me up.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all something, man. I've talked to my wife about it. Like, y'all, I have a vision, man, that includes this whole entire region. And everybody that I can put on in every facet of life. I want to, man, and I ain't going to stop till it's done either. It is not about me at all. I am the least concerned in my mind when I think about my future. I'm the last person that I think about when it comes to my future. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, what can we build to put people on? How? What? This show right here is not for me.
Right.
If it was for me, I'd be here making beats every week talking about buy my beats. This is not an infomercial for you to buy my beats. I don't want you to buy no beats from me unless you really need them. And I ain't about to sit over here. Oh, to anybody who need help with their taxes, Aunt Lisa done put the number in the comments. Gangity gang gang gang. Let's giddy up, giddy up. She specializes in business. So all the musicians with the daggone LLC, and if you're a musician who don't got an LLC, 2023 do that.
2023 will do that. Let's go.
Everybody who listen, Brittany, let's put them on, Brittany. Everybody who provides a service in exchange for money, even if it's just you are a business.
Mary.
Chris, every time you need, Chris, you know this already, but every time you go buy a daggone cymbal stand, you should be writing it off.
Yeah.
Me and my LLC will be seeing you shortly. Aunt Lisa, there you go. Hey, look at that. Let's go. Hey, Aunt Lisa finna save all of us.
That's right.
Yo, Aunt Lisa, you finna get, listen, every musician, every producer, every singer, yo, you a business. Get an LLC, you a business. And Lord knows don't have no kids. Brittany, I just saw that we could pay our kids up to $12,000 a year and write it off. Mm-hmm. I just seen that yesterday. Mm-hmm. You can pay your underage kid up to $12,000 a month and write it off. I mean, year up to $12,000 a year and write it off. Is that true, Aunt Lisa? Mm-hmm. Oh, Aunt Lisa said I'm gonna hit her up now. Save us, Aunt Lisa. Hey, everybody finna go to Aunt Lisa. Everybody with the LLC who have no clue how to file their taxes is coming. Boy, trying to do the right thing, don't know what to do. Hey, Brittany, we out here. Hey, so listen, back to my conversation. Y'all, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking, hey man, pay me that in cash so I don't got to report it to the IRS. Mm-mm. What said paying this unborn child $100 a month? Exactly. Facts. But yo, that's how I'm thinking. So when people who want cash so that the courthouse won't see their money so they don't have to pay more in child support, talking about how much I charge, that's why it's for the birds. That's why their opinion is for the birds. We finna be in there. Aunt Lisa is the plug to her sister, who is our savior.
Yes, Lord.
Aunt Lisa is a vessel being used in here tonight for everybody with an LLC. Shondo.
For real.
Boy, we was shook. But yeah, back to my rant.
LLC, S Corp, corporation.
Listen,
All of
like
them.
when you realize what you're trying to build, and then you assess people's Ooh, okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, then I'm gonna get off. For everybody who deals with people's opinion, look at where you're going, look at what you're trying to accomplish, and look at the people with the opinions.
Ooh whoa.
If you are on track to become a person who earns 6 figures a year, and the opinion of a person who can never pay their bills on time, if you worried about a person who don't make enough money to pay their bills, and your mind is on wealth, that lets you know right now their opinion is garbage. Because they're look at the look at.
Chris said you worried about their opinions and they looking up at you.
That's what I'm saying, Chris. Wow. That's what I'm saying, man. And I'm just like, let's get it, yo. Hey, hey, 2023 is a brand new me.
Oh my God.
Shoot. For the betterment of the people, of course. I'm trying to serve.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to serve at the highest level possible. I want to be wealthy so that I can bless other people. He said, that's why I have no filter now. Like, you look at a Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, man, listen. I look at people like Tyler. Tyler putting people on who ain't never been seen on a big screen before. That's what I want to do in music. I want to give people a chance that ain't never been seen before. Mm-hmm. Chris said, pray my strength in the Lord. Boy, we all need it, boy. Hey, Chris, y'all off now, man. You need to come do the podcast. Y'all off now. Don was in Lynchburg this morning. Y'all is off now, man. You got to come do the podcast show. Chris, I just thought about something that would be crazy. I'm going to ask you about it offline, because that's an offline conversation. Friday. No. I'll tell you offline too. But yeah, I don't have nothing else to say. Tammy Valier new thing out right now. Y'all go stream that. Mm-hmm. Y'all go watch the podcast. We got a new episode coming out Saturday. Hopefully Chris come do the episode in the next week or so. RXS Entertainment is the YouTube channel.
Girl.
Very old week. Hey, I ain't even gonna do that online. But Chris,
don't.
Chris, I see you.
Said,
I ain't even got to worry about that now. I just thought about it.
Said Coop said, "What's up, bro?"
Hey, what up, Sid? You know who that is, babe? Sid that play with Doc. What up, Sid?
Oh, Sid.
What up, dog?
Hey, man.
Hey, I need Sid to come do it too, man.
Hey, bro.
I still haven't made it home. I'm in rehearsal as we speak. I'm headed home tonight, though. It's been 3.5 weeks for me. Yeah, you got to come on, man. Hey, Sid, what's up, bro? Sid, man, you're incredible, bro. I hope you're doing well, man. I really do.
Miss you too, bro.
We got to get up, bro. You got to come see us, man. We got to chop it up. I miss all the South Carolina homies because they kind of far, low-key. I spend a lot of time there.
They not that far. It feel far.
It feel far when you ain't driving and you doing lives every night. It's far.
Really not that far.
It's far and low-key. Okay, I can't get to them in 20 minutes.
True. He said we got to get up for real.
We do. We have to. It is a must. But yeah, Tammy Valier new thing out right now. Y'all go RXS Entertainment on YouTube, the RXS podcast. What else? The merch, ROJAY.com. We got the partnership with Tammy. Hers say new thing. We got the partnership with Tank. His says simple makes sense. We got the partnership with Stephen Pender. His says sophisticated and collective music live. Will be good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, hey, we gotta do. We be doing it. Aunt Lisa put a thing in the chat. I don't know what it is, but she put something in there.
It's a link.
Okay, cool. But it's a JPEG though. I think it's a picture.
A picture.
Oh, I ain't sure. But yeah, we got anything, Aunt Lisa?
Said love y'all. We will make it happen this year.
Absolutely, bro. I'm gonna hold you to it.
For sure.
You got anything, babe? Else? You going hit Aunt Lisa up when we get off, or you already talking to her?
Collective musician. What?
I think she want to do a collective musician live where we talk and not just play. And that's absolutely has to happen.
That would be great.
Yes, one where we talk and not just play, because a lot of musicians have the similar story as me, man. We be taking blows and we talk about it to each other, but people don't know what we go through. And at the end of the day, the people are the ones we serve. The people are the ones we serve, and it's like people need to know what we go through, because people be buying these artists' music, supporting these artists, and these artists be wilding. The people don't know that the artists be mistreating the producers and the musicians. They don't know. They just like, oh my God, their music sound good. They don't know you paid them, but they ain't pay us.
That's true.
They don't know that. They don't know that producers and writers ain't getting their royalties and taking all the money that they invest into the artists, and they just take it for themselves. They don't know we be getting gypped.
She said like what happened in the chat tonight.
Yes, that should be dialogue in the room. Yes, it has to be. We got to do it. So yeah, one time one of the band edition lives is going to be talking only. Oh, that's going to be cold. So one of the band, I'm gonna do a band edition with the Dream Team, because I gotta call them. They gotta be called the Dream Team or the A Team, like the crew, like the last crew that we had.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the A Team. I'm gonna have different other band edition members, but I'm gonna have different other people do band edition. But they like the starters. Same. See in court. Chris is wild, but I think we're good. Mary, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna talk to the A Team about it. So we'll be the first ones to do it. And I don't know where we'll do it at, but I'll find somewhere. We good. If y'all need if you got an LLC and you need your taxes done, hit Aunt Lisa up. Aunt Lisa is the plug to get you to her sister. She put the thing in the chat. We love y'all. We thank y'all for supporting. You want to do your close, babe? Because I know you want to handle that. We thank y'all. I'm gonna do her speech. We thank y'all. We don't take it lightly. We don't take it for granted. We really don't. That y'all come up here and y'all watch and y'all continue to support. We don't take it lightly that y'all spend y'all money and y'all time with us. You don't have to do it, but you do, and we appreciate it. We appreciate y'all for going on the ride with us. We don't know where we're going, but we know we're going somewhere. Mm-hmm. And we are proud to take y'all with us. And we'll be up here tomorrow. And that's it, right?
Yeah.
We love y'all. Peace.